Once an early morning, I woke up my brother Sean's and I flipped the kitchen switch, but the light seemed to ignore me. I pulled a tenner out and thought that I'd get some electric for them. Pulled the car key out where they were sleeping, and then suddenly the harsh noise was discordant. The alarms were playing 40. I forgot he lives above a shop and sleeps deeper than normal. So while my brother was still snoring, I headed out the front door and I was queuing while I was yawning while I was viewing the Tesco store. And the cashier started talking, so I quickly explained the story. And then she said that the card rejected and there was nothing she could do to cure it. So crossed the road and moved forward to another shop on the corner. And then she said, "This ain't crap as last. None of this made sense at all." So I decided to swear and abort, and back to the house I walked. And as I walked in, guess who I seen? My brother's girlfriend Laura. And cutting this chapter short, she basically got it sorted. Neither of them were angry at me, and it all took place in King's Norton. I'm originally from Birmingham, North. I've lived many years in Tamworth. Most places started off at King's Norton, but resulted in Orton. Where? I'm originally from Birmingham, North. I've lived many years in Tamworth. Most places started off at King's Norton, but resulted in Orton. Where? Wilnecote was my platform, but I got off at King's Norton. What? I lost control of thought, or I sort this meant to say Orton. Train continued forth, and I'd never been here before. Mind it's a Sunday, I looked at the timetable and the trains were no more. So I gave my mate a call and told him the unfortunate awfulness, but he couldn't get a lift, so I pissed in a big toilet ornament. After about an hour of boredom and smoking half the fags I bought, my friend rode up on a motorbike, so I had a mode of transport. He said, "Listen up, this is important." Said to lean with the bike and some laws, and then I hopped on the back in just a tank top, hoping we don't get caught. This was crazy but awesome. I half expected him to floor it, but I had no helmet nor a jacket, so he'd driven with caution. Rain had started pouring, it was cold, I assure you. Said I don't fear death, but I fear the moaning of broken bones from falling. I imagined a time portal, closed my eyes and teleported back to the house of Tamworth, never to return towards Orton. I'm originally from Birmingham, North. I've lived many years in Tamworth. Most places started off at King's Norton, but resulted in Orton. Where? I'm originally from Birmingham, North. I've lived many years in Tamworth. Most places started off at King's Norton, but resulted in Orton. Say this with me. Boom, potato, cat, potato. 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 Verbally decapitated, lyrically contaminated. Did you get all that? This is for all of the single Pringle people. You know, the who knows. Why do so many people seem so insecure and lonely? I need a partner. No you don't, you're not even 30. Some people say that I'm just afraid of the commitment. Nah, just like hitting the bars and celebrating my freedom. Cause if I have a future wife, I'd want to impress her. Be the top don in bed and have experienced slow the culture. I want to be emotionally and mentally independent. Be better looking than now and have stories that are tremendous. I doubt I could get my idol now if I supplied the diamond ring. See, my problem is my type is way out of my league. But that's okay, I'm still in the stage of developing myself. How's someone awesome gonna love you if you're not awesome yourself? Most of you are normal, boring, have kids or are taken. Don't always stand by your morals and then wonder why life hates you. And I'm not saying or claiming I'm any better than most. I'm saying I observe, learn and earn more than you know. Add a little funk to the brain. If you wanna keep saying that's all I'm trying to do, that's all I'm trying to say. Add a little funk to the brain.
Let's start it like this, son. The funk, baby.
Add a little funk to the brain. If you wanna keep saying that's all I'm trying to do, that's all I'm trying to say. Just add a little funk to the brain.
Let's start it like this, son.
So instead of obsessing with finding someone to hold at night, try becoming wise and focus on stepping up your own life. Because the sad truth is if you truly need someone to take care of you, you're a weak, pathetic loser, so why should they take care of you? This song isn't to put anyone down or make you miserable. Just consider it tough love, because I'm getting sick of order. I need a relationship and I think he or she's the one. Look around, there's no destiny, so be what you want. I know cause I was like you once, surviving just trying to get by. Always ended up back at square one and then wondering why is life so unfair when it could all be simple and outstanding. But then I realised life is no more than reactions to my surroundings. Rewind and replay that last line until it sinks in. Then Google words, perspective, prejudice and initiative. Now some of you are already intelligent but still get lonely. But are you really comfortable with yourself? Show me. Add a little funk to the brain. If you wanna keep saying that's all I'm trying to do, that's all I'm trying to say. Add a little funk to the brain.
Let's start it like this, son. The funk, baby.
Add a little funk to the brain. If you wanna keep saying that's all I'm trying to do, that's all I'm trying to say. Just add a little funk to the brain.
Let's start it like this, son.
I know it's cheesy, but where do you want to be in a few years' time? If somebody or not, who do you want to be deep inside? Wait, no pun intended. Oh, come on, think about it. Do you want to be an improved version of now, or you're just gonna allow it? It sucks that people come and go, but the show must go on. And we often react naturally, even though we know that it's wrong. The world's a cruel piece of shit, ain't gonna lie. The key's to change your attitude if you want a better life. Because when the looks start fading and the winter nights are coming, you don't want to be with the one that come along all of a sudden, sitting there thinking about who else could have assembled if you just developed yourself more and been single when you met them. But while a wise observer sees differences between me and you, although it's rare for me, sometimes I get lonely too. And why is it rare for me? Because when it happens, I remind myself that my future wife wouldn't want me a bitch, and then I sing to myself, add a little funk to the brain. If you wanna keep saying that's all I'm trying to do, that's all I'm trying to say, add a little funk to the brain.
Let's start it like this, son. The funk, baby.
Add a little funk to the brain. If you wanna keep saying that's all I'm trying to do, that's all I'm trying to say, just add a little funk to the brain. Meet this 13-year-old girl they call a Candy Lone. She hates Failberg School, but it's better than home. The best part of the day is visiting a friend's big house where they can paint freely without dogs running around. See, back home there's 5 dogs, more stressful than cute because the cubs are full of dog food, never meals or fruit, and living with a single mother in a council property. Her mum said we'll move out when we win the lottery. She saw her mum strict, but she was trying to be protective. Short curfews and everything seen from one perspective. Now while milk and bread can be a luxury to have, this limited daily ration eventually made the girl sad, because she wanted to move out, start life independently, but she knew to break free she'd have to do it sensibly. A little patience and it had come together easily, but she got depressed more and more as she thought this frequently. She seemed the only one to disconnect from her community, but what could one expect from such a lack of opportunity? One friend got a job and another got a car, but all her mum could offer was a wish upon a star. So let's move the story along just a little bit to when she was trying to remain calm but losing her grip, and all that she could paint was the violence in her head. But nobody wanted to look at the bloodshed. A rough little doodle of a pink unicorn wins the public approval and her heart is torn. She felt alienated that these people were so robotic. Looks again at the painting and thought that it was ironic that she could find love within the darkest of places. Well, everybody else admired the style that was tasteless, but there was nothing she could do to just make them see, so she suffered in silence like she was destined to be. By the time she hit 16, she finally felt alive when she made the first painting that made her feel pride, but she kept it a secret for future ammo. Maybe make a new edition or just keep it in the shadows, cause she knew the paintings would only get better. Even though she was homeless, she just brushed it off as pressure, and she didn't want her artwork sold off to museums. She just wanted to show people who related to the feelings of knowing how it feels to be caged and restricted, not following authority and being free thinking, knowing that the ignored suffer while the rich live in bliss, and hoping somewhere there'd be others that think like this. If I was born as unfortunate, I should be caged from birth, instead of the torture of seeing a normal person's worth, instead of dreaming on, able to do nothing about it, instead of using silent paints to make a pain mountain. Now 20 years old with the house share to rent, finally working again, but only as a temp. She walks along the cold, cracked grey pavement when some drunk lads walk past and one of them dismayed her. She's so skinny and goofy, she looks like a rat. But this she was hurt a little, but faced the facts behind the branded clothes and lonely ego. There's an insecure lost boy who feels the need to glee show. Skip to when she's 23, still skinny and broke, almost enough paintings for a shot but lacks any hope. Most of her paintings were almost perfect, or at least she thought only she could give the verdict. She considered suicide, leaving the paintings with purpose, but she knew if she died, the paintings becomes worthless, because what's a painting without an admirer? And that's when she knew that from dirt comes the diamonds. Mr. David Cameron? Why are you such a coward? You give this country promises, but with more greed than power. You tell lies and expect your local citizens respect. I didn't expect my ideal vote to elect, but I hope for you too that they will reject now because of your foolish decision. Bedroom tax crushes the innocent. You ignored thousands of protesters and pretended that it was legitimate. And now you want to attack Syria. Surely it can't be serious. I hope the anarchy rebels win, but interfering is imperious. Do you really give a fuck if the Syrians are exterminated? Or are you just interested in how they should be annihilated? And then there's national minimum wage, which fills my bones and blood with rage. Maybe we could pay rent and eat if it was just a little raise. Then you wonder why you're the overrated David. Desecrated David. Dictator, dictator, majorly hated David. It's still illegal to graffiti even if it's artwork with a mission. No matter what classed as vandalism, yet children can get permission. Is it too much to ask for honesty? Are you too thick to use empathy? Maybe money does make you greedy, but you have responsibility. And here there is no freedom of speech. You shouldn't be privileged to eat or sleep until this country's back out of debt, out of war and on its feet. And then for each and every one of your lies, I want you to apologise. Donate your taxes to various charities and don't even try to compromise. And don't you dare write a letter back unless it's written as a form of rap. And illibility is not an excuse when you can't own MPMC on tap. Tell me what would happen if we were the main source of oil and detained by global areas that too wanted to declare warfare, design strain pain. I like to be open-minded, observative and somewhat conservative. Now luckily for you to hear, there is a possible alternative. Why don't all the politicians get off the arses and decompose hydrocarbons for the power of picking noise? You can endure labour with a pitiful pardon. You, sir, are an asshole. Yours sincerely, Danny Joey Cole.
Oi! Come here, you little shit, you ain't paid for your ticket. You little Norfield rebel.
Suck my dick, Mr. Police Officer. Suck my dick, Mr. Police Officer. Suck my dick, Mr. Police Officer. Stick your badge up your ass and call my solicitor. Once upon a time, I was almost late for my job because my train arrived decided, so I had to jump straight up. I got off at New Street Station and offered to buy a ticket. Then you said you gotta pay a fine because you're from Norfield, innit? I refused to cooperate. I told him to fuck off. Then I was stopped by this dickhead of a cop. He said, make an appeal and everything will be alright. So I made an appeal, but the fucking pig lied. Suck my dick, Mr. Police Officer. Suck my dick, Mr. Police Officer. Suck my dick, Mr. Police Officer. Stick your badge up your ass and call my solicitor. Suck my dick, Mr. Police Officer. Suck my dick, Mr. Police Officer. Suck my dick, Mr. Police Officer. Stick your badge up your ass and call my solicitor. That's the third time I've been stopped by you pigs in the space of a week. What do you want from me? Do you want something to eat, like a big slab of meat? Maybe jealous cause the third little piggy had roast meat. The dirty fucking egg muffin, pork and bacon, licking sausage, sucking finger, dunking bumps and push me by the chest in the bulletproof vest, even though we're under arrest. So here's what I wish I had said. Suck my dick, Mr. Police Officer. Suck my dick, Mr. Police Officer. Suck my dick, Mr. Police Officer. Stick your badge up your ass and call my solicitor. Suck my dick, Mr. Police Officer. Suck my dick, Mr. Police Officer. Suck my dick, Mr. Police Officer.
This for the ladies.
Lick my clit, Mrs. Police Officer. Lick my clit, Mrs. Police Officer. Lick my clit, Mrs. Police Officer. Stick your taser up your badge and call my lawyer.
Oh, that's the one. Right there. You know you love it.
I've done nothing wrong.
How you doing, Treacle?
Good times and good rhymes and nice guys at night time. Front side, crooked crimes, bless my eyesight. I look the graffiti, the women in bikinis, the booze and BBQs, escape smooth freely. Creating memories with love, respect and peace. Women, men and big kids be like, fuck the police. Half decent weather plus a halfway people's heaven. Baggy jeans just means we're shredding the denim. So the day starts, I hit the skate park, straight like an napalm. Another late laugh, sitting gives me arse-ache. Remaining in a calm state, it's coming up to 8:30 and I still can't skate. One minor slip can be one major mistake. I see bottles in the ceiling like ripped to the tape. Still chilling on the halfway, got rollerblades and sunshine. BMX's no X's having a good time. We kick back, relax and open up a candle, walk past and snap our hands back as the assassins attack. Really been by the ramp for a 520 melon, grab a tenner to any man who binds a nose manual land. To hear the Wu-Tang Clan protect your neck makes me think of the sun cream like the heat is the threat. 4 bearings and 2 trucks and 1 solid deck plus spray paints and stickers just out of respect. Good times and good rhymes and nice guys at night time. Front side crooked grinds, bless my eyesight. I love the graffiti, the women in bikinis, the booze and BBQs, skate smooth freely, creating memories with love, respect and peace. Women, men and big kids be like, fuck the police. Half decent weather plus a halfway people's heaven. Baggy jeans just means we're shredding the denim. Now we're older and responsible, working boring jobs. Long gone are the days of fun and the running from cops. The abandoned factories that we used to smash up. The crazy nights camping and the hoppers wood. When you're young you think you love your very first crush. Like the way you used to say, I'll never touch drugs. I used to go home to the PlayStation and smash it on Tony Hawk's, collecting the secret tapes, combos, skates and boards. Now kids' minds are inside computers, lacking imagination and making the brain useless. No one knows the pros and the promoted popular, opposing to composing explosive opera. Because of the plastic marketers are distracted by a blockbuster, and this is why the versatile and recognised by the commoner. Regardless for industry, this theory applies. Charmers of imagery get instantly put aside, so appreciate the art regardless of its form. Separating skills apart before you judge short. But back to the skate park, it starts to translate dark. It breaks my heart to have to part, but I wanna go until tomorrow. Good times and good rhymes and nice guys at night time. Front side crooked grinds, bless my eyesight. I love the graffiti, the women in bikinis, the booze and BBQs, skate smooth freely, creating memories with love, respect and peace. Women, men and big kids be like, fuck the police. Half decent weather plus a halfway people's heaven. Baggy jeans just means we're shredding the denim. Good times and good rhymes and nice guys at night time. Front side crooked grinds, bless my eyesight. I love the graffiti, the women in bikinis, the booze and BBQs, skate smooth freely, creating memories with love, respect and peace. Women, men and big kids be like, fuck the police. Half decent weather plus a halfway people's heaven. Baggy jeans just means we're shredding the denim.
Attacking by stabbing, damaging families, hacking, taxing, fashion, gambling, planning, banning, bleeding, policing, fire engines, hating, raping, mugging, wounding, ruling, schooling, bullying, torturing, abortion, destruction, construction, burglaries, dictionary fictions, addictions, racism, sexism, terrorism, television, religions, explosions, predictions, malicious decisions, traditions, prisons, pollution, executions, medicines, molesters, weapons, prescriptions, beggars, measurements, depression of the recession, starvation, fundraisers, organisations, protesters, discrimination, nations, separations, conversations, cannibalism, qualifications, politicians, robins, bombings. What do all these things have in common? They're all artificials of the world that we live in. So all I have for you is this one suggestion: shut the fuck up, sit back and listen. God does not seem to believe me, and I don't believe in him, so it's like yin and yang, it works out even. The day there's a heaven called the Garden of Eden, but perfection is pointless. I'm after reason, so I name a living room a place you went living. So watching television while sitting and breathing and basically doing what you've been doing in prison. Bring kids of influence, label it freedom. Let me give you a lesson: if you get an erection without contraception, you might wait in receptions, getting the injections, kill the infections. You use some protection like adverts I mentioned. There's reason to tell you that nothing what it seems. Even my dad told me to give up on my jeans, sleep with a full-time job and eat and sleep. But if I did that daily, I'd be grinding my teeth. I've been writing my lyrics and music to keep my pride in. Watching all the people who are living the north till I realised the boredom and they turned streets vile and end up in prison and it wasn't worthwhile. And isn't it funny how at just 17 you can get behind a wheel and drive a machine, have a baby and claim job benefits, but you can't go to the shop and buy a pack of cigarettes. You can't watch porn but you can have sex. Now can someone tell me how it's meant to make sense? It's a wonderful world but it's littered in mess, and you won't get into clubs unless you look your best. I don't run hoping, I don't believe in looking. If you're dumb enough to disagree, I won't give a fuck. Too busy working on ambitions, but I'm scared I'm stuck trying to use time wisely to write my book. And if life's a ride, then where's my tour guide? I divide the lies and develop my mind, and I ain't got time to compromise. So I use these eyes to see that you're blind. But if I abuse this and I don't do this, and then I lose it, my grave and be made of the same great pain as terrible music. So I've got to keep moving, right, die a loser, but I refuse to. I'ma make it to the top no matter what it takes. I can't just sit around, bite my nails and wait. And I've been anchored to the point where my hands are shake, but I use it to my advantage when I find my hate. I'll put you into hospital if you get in my way, cause I can see your confidence, but I know that it's fake. And the gut to drive me to not be afraid, so I won't hesitate to draw blood out your face. Take a look at me, what do you see? Do you see a fool or a man that's free? Cause for all you metalheads that don't like rap, and all you hip-hoppers that think metal's whack, well let me tell you something that might change your mind. Chances are you're hearing the wrong kind. That screamo sceners gave a bad image of the great musicians and deserve the privilege. Some so-called rappers you see on TV are an insult to hip-hop. There's no form of poetry. What happened to legends who are keeping it real? All kids here now is a money-made deal, so the mainstream suckers all make it to the top with the artistic-minded are getting ripped off. I tell people to be free like a sheep, but they're looking at me like I don't know what you mean. I'm trying to advise this, you become wiser, and like my mother, there's times when I despise, and I think of my brothers and I think of my sisters, including my sister who's just had a daughter. Makes me an uncle, scaring Horton thought, but I thought that I ought to tell you all that I love you, and when the world's on your back, just shrug your shoulders. We ain't always gonna be this younger, we're gonna get older. I can begin phrases, but I can't make it last forever. We gotta stick together for the worse to get better, and then you'll discover that life will be a pleasure. Just keep beating the pressure, in life will be an adventure. You might be thinking whatever, but you gotta keep your head up. You always get fed up, but always remember I'll always be there for you, family care for you. But this is it now, no fucking around. I gotta pick my feet up and fly off the ground. I've gotta scream and shout to let the pain out, and that's what I'll do to get a unique sound. I was told to give up on this and be realistic, but I chose to carry on cause real's what you make of it. Too many scrap lyrics drive me ballistic, making me feel like the weather plus time's a bitch. Lord, the motherfuckers that told me what to do gonna be ashamed of my fame when I blame it on you. If it means half my family, then fuck you too. Deal me all the pain you can give and I'll still pull through. That's the ones love or thanks someday, but in this chance of life, gotta make my own way. And if anybody should miss me, I'm too far away. Just give me a smile and let the music play.